Good morning again. This is Pam McCagh. Um, I'd like to talk today about a book called The Whispering Souls. This book was quite different from the other two books I'd written. This one, the people that came to tell me the stories was people that was, I suppose, sometimes on the dark side. And I learned about a thing called automatic writing. Now, I'd never heard of it before, but I had a little girl came to tell me a story, and her name was Mitty. And Mitty came with a friend, and there were two little girls, a black one and a little white one, beautiful little girls. And she said, can I teach you how to do automatic writing? So I said, I didn't even know what it was, but I'm going to have a go at anything. So she told me to go get a pen and paper, but it had to be a pencil, sorry. And I was to hold the pencil in a special way, in a special direction. And she said, when you put the pencil on the paper, the pen has to be straight. And I thought, how the hell am I going to get that straight? It's virtually impossible because you can't write with a pen straight. So she said, yes, you can. And she's a very forward little girl, but absolutely a pleasure to be with. And she took me through a story of her death and how she became friends with a little white girl and how they chuckle and love each other's company. And she did teach me how to, I suppose it was teaching me how to balance the pen and to control the pen that went through my mind that actually helped me to connect to a different kind of pen and paper writing. So I tried it for a few stories and I found it quite good, interesting, but I found it very difficult to just keep writing and writing when I was listening. And sometimes when I wasn't writing, the pen would actually standing virtually. I mean, I was holding it, but it was going on its own. And I thought, oh, this is a bit creepy. I don't want to do this anymore. So, but it's just one of the other things that I've learned. I also learned about a guide called Cloasis. Now, Cloasis is very, very high in the world that he lives in. And I'm just beginning to know the levels and how that works and that. So I'm just slowly, like everybody else, learning the things, but I'm learning from them. That's the difference. I'm not learning from books that don't really know what they're talking about. I'm learning from the spirit world itself. So I know that it's 100% truth. So Cloasis is a dictator who tells me about things that will happen in the future. And I've learned a lot from him. And I've listened very careful to what he says. And if he says to me, don't do something, I just don't do it. And that's it. The other one is odd. It's just full of stories. Footprints was a beautiful story. Let Go and Accept. So they're coming through and teaching me how to write it in the book, to teach people how to let go and accept the other side. And that's a beautiful way of doing it. And then it's about a young man that I will never forget. And his name is another guide, and his name's Abula. And I had a beautiful experience with him because he actually carried me on his back and he took me to, I said it was a mountain. He said, Abula said it was a hill, but it was bloody huge to me. And I met the old lady in the, she lived in the hole in the mountain, and she had hardly any teeth and her hair was all thin, but she read the bones. She threw bones and read them, and she told me all what was going to happen in my life. And I thought, oh God, it's bloody crackers. I really did. But everything that she said has happened. There's no two ways about it. And she said, you will look back on life with a smile on your face, not sadness. So that was good. Collectible information is another way of getting to know what's going on in the world. the Whisperer. That was really sad. Then this teach me also about vibrations, about different vibrations we are, or different, like flowers. Everything's got a vibrations, flowers, stones, metal, every single thing has got a different type of vibration, and they're used as the whole of the universe to collect collectible information, and that's how they explain it to me. So there's a lot going on for this book and all, and that is called The Whispering Souls. It's not as dark as what you think it is, but it's a very knowledgeable book. And when I was designing the front, my guy told me to bring because I did a picture of my outside tree, and he said, make the tree big. So I pulled the camera out and made it big. He said, that's it. Now, he said, you'll find all little faces coming into the books. So he helped me to do that. So you see, you got all faces that comes into the books. So that's that one. So I hope you enjoyed the third book called The Whispering Souls. And I'm going to have a break now, and then we'll do the next book. Thank you very much for being with me. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.